Hey there, welcome back guys. We're live Q&A. But before we go live, we need to make sure we are live by just doing some minor repairs here on the screen so that we can streamline the process so that it works just right for you. Even though it says we're live, sometimes we're not live and the sync offset might be off when we go live. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get started. Just gonna go into here and just correct some things, the things that usually you have to do behind the scenes. That's the only thing that Streamlabs won't do for you. But other than that, it's an amazing application because, one second. Further ado, let's get started. 5. Gonna wait for the 5 to come back, and then hopefully everything should be good to go. This program was recommended by Streamlabs, one of our viewers, subscribers, Afix. Afix, thanks for this application. It's just working wonders on our stream, but we still do the QA check. Just, the echo is normal. All right, knowing that and moving forward, let's get started. I'm just going to close this out. So usually once a week we do the live Q&A where your questions are answered live, whether you're real or a troll. That's okay. It just keeps the channel moving forward to make things work just right for you. All right, let's see what we have here. Samsung Me main, and voila. Okay, Ken McQuillan, can you let's activate the bouncing ball so you can follow along, because sometimes some things require the bouncing ball. And then, all right, and there we are. Can you send a link for the stand/holder you have for the one-shot miner, same as the one you have in the video? Thanks. Yeah, that's the only bummer with the one-shot miner. They're selling the so-called 2025 one-shot miners, quote unquote. I'll just move this in here, and it's the micro USB version, which is a bummer. And then when I call support, they're like, oh, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. If I paid for the 2025, which has a USB-C, a different, I guess, screen on it when it comes to the interface, because they've changed the software a little bit, and of course added a different connection, which is now USB-C. If I can just get this to, it's not. And I have a live support call session if you want to check that out. But check it out. No Bitcoin as of yet, but if you're ever on the live stream and we do win, we will share a little something. But I think it's more of like a newer version of what they would call My Pet Rock, and this case is 3D printed. So I have the STL file, which I will send to Ken. So hold on, Ken, we've got you covered. All right, let's see what we have here. A lot of times you can print your own stuff, and go to reply. My pleasure. Here you go. Hope this helps. Let us know how it goes, and then we'll just send them here. Oh, that's not what we want. It's right here, the Thingiverse. The weirdest thing about the YouTube close that Q&A sessions is that see how we have here in the community the questions. Some of these questions are here, and then none of the questions, some of them aren't in the notification thingy. Usually you would think, like, if you go here to your YouTube channel, and when you go here on the notification bell, you'll see your likes, you'll see Ken, you'll see here another comment, another comment, another comment. But if you look really slowly, some of them are here and some of them aren't, which is really weird. It's not in sync. There's no continuity in here. So if you ever do a live Q&A session, you kind of got to check both. All right, so we're here. Knowing that, moving forward, I received 2 miners recently and got one working. We'll just move this in because the condenser's about to go on for the heat. I received 2 miners recently and got one working, and the other has difficulty to complete the config, flashing required license on the bottom of the screen. Plus, the support team doesn't really respond to emails or calls. Yeah, I know, I was lucky to get them on there. And when I did, they couldn't answer any of my questions. I was so taken back by it because I paid almost $100 for something, and every question I asked, they're like, interesting, that's a good question. And then I was like, can you get a pen and paper? I have a whole list of questions. Maybe one was able to be answered, which is a little bit of a bummer considering. But anyway, we're going to do a follow-up video on them, and then hopefully, even if it is a pet rock, I still want to know what all that wishy gaga googly goop numbers mean, and the person on the other end of the phone should know what they mean too. Like you have paying a guy for support. When he picks up or she picks up and they answer support, they can't answer any of your questions. They're like, that's a good question. And then at the end of the call, because I have a live stream, they're like, well, this has been very educational and I look forward to getting back to you with the answers to your questions. I'm like, well, I feel bad for the guy. They should give him a unit though. They should. Anyway, knowing that and moving forward, I feel bad for this one right here because it sounds like they need to flash their drive and it's asking for the license. But I think there might be a workaround this. I would say transition here. It's possible. Let me go into my one-shot miner. 192. Hash rate 900,000. Wow, this was once at 15. I think it's a daily thing now, so I'm not sure. And then you have here the time, and then you have here this. The pool doesn't get changed, but I would recommend to them. I don't know what happens when I click edit. You have your pool, you have your wallet. Yeah, I don't see anything about the licensing. Don't worry, there's nothing personal in there. It's just all, the pool is basically what you're mining, and then your wallet is your wallet that the funds would go into and not be taken from. It's like the deposit wallet in there. But I was going to suggest to them, but I don't even see it here. Yeah, anyway, let's come up with a possible solution. Maybe copy all the info from your working unit, right? Whoops. And transpose that into the one that is glitching out. So basically reboot the other unit, and when you reboot it, you'll have access to it from your desktop. And then when you do have access to it from your desktop, cut and paste everything that's in there. And then you'll have it in your notes. And when you put it in your notes, now when you reboot the one that's asking for your license, just cut and paste that in. But you're only going to be able to cut and paste your, whatchamacallit, the pool, your wallet, the Wi-Fi, and that's it. But, hopefully, maybe there's a glitch on that with the wallet experience or the pool. Maybe it's a glitch with the wallet experience slash pool. Experience is spelled wrong. Maybe copy all the info from your working unit and transpose that into the one that is glitching out. Maybe it's a glitch with the wallet experience slash pool, but the pool, I believe, believe is, believe is Versal, but won't know until my other unit comes. After getting off the phone, with Dylan, who was support with One Shot Miner, and they gave me a discount on another unit, so I didn't have to pay full price. I said, sure, I'll order another one. So I ordered another one. Hopefully it's a USB-C one. Otherwise, you know, it sucks that they're advertising 2025 and they're sending out old models. And good luck sending it back, because it comes all the way from China abroad. It's not like they have a warehouse where they're shipped to, and Amazon's holding them and they're just being pushed out. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. But hopefully, we'll find out when I get my second unit, and we'll see, you know, if any information inside is the same when it comes to the pool. Other than that, the wallet is always going to be your wallet in there, but by default, it's a company wallet. Like, they literally have a wallet that belongs to default in the company. If you listen to the live support session, you know, it's confirmed. And then, you know, I talk about good luck getting that back, because if you win and you don't put your wallet in, the funds, the Bitcoin, goes into the default wallet, which isn't your wallet, which is a little bit messed up. They need to change the setup process to not only not have it work when you get it because it needs to connect to the Wi-Fi, they should also set it up to not have it work so that if you do win a Bitcoin from mining, it goes into your wallet and not the company wallet. Knowing that and moving forward, hopefully, you know, they will have a better solution moving forward. Sometimes I get a lot of hate for that video. It could be like trolls from the company. They're like, oh no, he found us out. And then, glad you enjoyed it. Click there. Voila, that would be As Horizons. And now we have Dana Terry 2432. How do I save a file from XMakerJoy app to USB so I can print it from USB? I'm a teacher and I'm having difficulty adding printer to the same network. Yeah, that's I know what it's like at schools. Everything's on lockdown, like their network. Remember my kids, when they bring home their computer, just press print. No, I can't print. They have print lockdown, apps locked down, some websites locked down, misinformation locked down. You can't fact check and stuff like that because you have to use the resources that you were given. Because sometimes I'm like, just Google it, and they're like, nope, can't. Sorry, this page is unavailable. So they have to go based on the printout sheet that they got. All right, so let's see if we can help her out, because if she can't figure it out, definitely I don't know if I can figure it out. How do I save a file from XMaker app to USB so I can print from the USB? I'm a teacher. All right, so one thing I found that I would do is this. I would go to my phone, right? And I'll just push everything over here so that you can see on the computer. And let me just go here. Where are we on our stream? 13 minutes in, so I'll just cut and paste. Hold on, let's just do the stream first so that you can jump right to it and not have to watch 13 minutes of what's going on. Let's see your channel. Go to stream.
Imagine being able to build an app.
That will cause an echo. Make sure we turn the sound off like we learned from Brian. And now we're just going to close this out. Go here. I would say now 13 point, let's say 14 in my minutes into live stream is maybe possible, right? Possible solution for you. All right, there we go. Now we sent her the link, and now we can just move forward along. All right, so I would, depending on your phone, I don't know what kind of phone you have, or what kind of USB drive or stick you have. I have a few of them laying around somewhere, actually. I have some upstairs too, because they have some where you just plug into your phone and the magic happens. Here I'm using a Firewire SanDisk drive, right? And then you connect it into your phone. Okay. And then we'll see if we have access to it. Let's push it to here, to the computer. let it show up. Wait for it. Where is reflector? I don't see it. Usually it should be here. Remember, we're live streaming, so what Wi-Fi am I on? On my Wi-Fi. Nothing. A little bit of a bummer because I can't hardwire it to the computer. You know what? Let's go here. Let's try reflector. Is it even on? So let's quit. Oh wow, yeah, we got a spinning beach ball on reflector. Okay, so reflector is glitching out on us, not responding. Force quit. There we go. Click OK here. Now we're just gonna launch reflector again. There we go. And then wait for it to appear on my phone. Voila. And now I just need to put this into portrait mode. Right here. All right. And then close that out. So as you saw, we connected the USB drive, or whatever you want to call it. And then now if I go here into files, right? And then if I go to browse and see drive 2026 right here. Now watch, I'm going to disconnect it. And then it should disappear. See, it disappeared. I'm going to plug it in and wait for it. It should appear again. It takes a little bit of time. Sometimes if you don't press eject on these things, it makes things a little screwy. Or sometimes you just have to back out again. See, and there it is, drive 2026. So now, if we go to XMaker Joy, XMaker, it's a really cool app. If you're new to the XMaker Joy experience, I don't recommend printing your stuff with supports because it does stick to the build plate and they're really hard to remove. Like literally, it's like they're glued on there. So click next, because I have not used this in a while. My daughter uses this printer. So let's say you see a print that you like. Oh, that looks pretty good. Halloween's over. Something fun to print. A lot of times what I do is I look for whatever I might like to print or my kids might want to print, and I click it. And then let's see, let's slice a file for you to begin. I don't think we'll be able to slice without the printer being connected. Yeah. Maybe not. But let me see where our settings are here. Don't do a raft. Make sure a raft isn't, because that's gonna stick on there, and someone's gonna wind up in the emergency room from trying to get off those supports. So make sure a raft is none, and then everything is fine with the print temperature and stuff. We'll hit confirm, continue. It's slicing it, and then check everything. Just say got it, and we're gonna not choose printer. Preview. If you hit save, see dragon, call it dragon, ice dragon, and then view, and then it's right there. We have preview, rankings, histories, and models and stuff like that. Hold on one second. I haven't done this in a while. I have a video that shows you how to do this because we did the dummy 13 that we imported it. I don't think you can save from on here, but let's see what we have here. Add printer, AOC'd, check version, language, feedback, me, models, history, rankings, home, print, whoops, add printer, home, printer, creation. Software has changed a lot since they last sent me the printer. Might have to go upstairs and turn on their printer. See, because the printer is not connected. You can add a printer, but you can't add it unless it finds it. Hold on 1 second. And I think she's connected to a different network, which is a little bit of a bummer, because we won't be able to do anything unless we turn on the printer. Registration. See, we had that since last year. A little bit of a bummer. All right. Beatles. Slices. And then that's it. See, we have the fish. So somehow the fish got in there. The fish is not available. So we got the fish in here. See the fish? Which is from my other video. And we can preview it. See? Yay, there it is. But we're not going to start it. We want to see how we can get one back in there. Yeah, we might have to go back. We might have to turn on the printer, which is a little bit of a bummer, because I think the printer is on another network, which is a 2. Not matrix extended, but another 2 point something gigahertz. All right, let me see. I'm going to go upstairs and turn it on. If it works, great. But as you can see, my other networks aren't showing up, which is really weird. They should. Anyway, let's see what we have here. See, we have slices, which were sliced. Yeah, we're going to have to access the printer. And most likely, it would be on your drive. Like we would. So we can't save these, right? Well, what you do is, you see where it says right here, Thingiverse? You would go to the Thingiverse website, and then, see, you can't, maybe you can from your phone. We can't copy and paste it. And what I would do is like, oh my God, I like that print. And then I would go to the Thingiverse, right? So I would go here, and then, 1 moment. Let's bring this down a little bit. And go to Thingiverse, and then the last digits at the bottom right here, which is 6086143. So then you would type in right here 6086143, and then you press enter. You see, and there it is, it shows up. But then what you would do is from your computer, actually let's try this, download all files. Looks like a really interesting elephant. And it's not made of ivory, and we have white. Then just ignore the stuff right here, wait for it to count down, and then complete, and then there it is right there, it's downloaded. No need to, click anywhere else on the screen for those pop-ups. See, and there it is. And then we'll go here. All right, and then we'll go here. Files. Oh wow, interesting. There's that. You can spacebar and preview it if you're on your Mac. Looks like it can print in whole everything. But be careful with that when you do open it. For me, we're gonna open it in what do you call it? Creality. And we'll show you how to add the XMaker Joy. You would just have to scale it. Honestly, I don't remember what the size is. So you click it. So it looks like it needs to be scaled. We need to find out the size of the XMaker Joy. So we'll go here, new one, XMaker Joy build plate, and then we might have to go to their website. It's been a while since I've done this. There it is, XMaker Joy. Really great printer for kids. Swedish Forge. Hey, what's up, Swedish Forge? Good to see you. We're just trying to troubleshoot. It's been a while since I've done the XMaker Joy video, so I'm trying to find out the size of its build plate. Let me just quit reflecting this. We're just doing live Q&A session. Just gonna stop mirroring. Then I gotta go upstairs and turn on the printer because we can't see anything. Description. I just need to find the build plate specs. features. And a lot of the printers have it on there, like their size. Let's see. Oh, sometimes AI does it for you, right? Google.com. Oops. Google.com. Ah, what's happening with Google? Google.com. It keeps going into voice. I'll just close this out. I don't have a Google Voice for that number. So let's go here. X Maker Joy. Build plate size. Oh, there we go. 120 by 120 by 120. There, problem solved. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go into here, right? And then you go here. See, you have Ender 3 S1 Pro. I already have the X Maker Joy in there. See? Oh, yeah, because why wouldn't I? Because I already have a video on there. But you probably don't know how to do that, right? So if I go here into the X Maker Joy, right? And then somewhere, Creality can be a little bit sketchy, so you can also use another printer, another slicer. If I go to settings, and then if I go into printer, and then you go into machine settings, see? And you put them in here, 120 by 120 by 120, and that's how you get that size when you add a new printer, okay? Or you can add a new printer and just change the size. So now, the reason why, now we know that that's the true size of the X Maker Joy plate. And then what you do is you click here, and then we'll go here, scale, make sure uniform scaling is selected, and just grab from anywhere. It doesn't matter where you grab from because it's uniform scaling. You just need to scale it down so that it will fit the plate of the X Maker Joy, and make sure that when we go to move, we might have to spin it around. So weird how it's not letting us move it around. Sometimes that happens, like it's not moving. Let's and we can't move it. See if we can move it like that, and it should get out of the camouflage. Could be that it's too much, it's too big. Hold on. Let's scale it again. Instead of moving it, uniform scaling until it goes out of camouflage, and it's not even going out, and then move it, right? So it's not on the build plate, but that's strange. Let's go here, let's go into the move part, right? And then have it snap onto the plate. Here. Not snap scaling, but this one. See? And then now move it back. Because now it's off the plate, but at least now it's down, right? Whoops. And then move it. Huh. Move isn't working. Look, I can't even select the move. I like to move it, move it. Yeah, she's having trouble too, just like me. Alright, there we go. Yay! So then, after you figure that out, all those glitches, now we know it's yellow, right? That means it's not camouflage. When it's camouflage, that means it's too big. So we can go a little bit bigger. Cura is a little bit glitchy. You could do the same thing with the other slicers, but Cura, we're just scaling it up. Remember, uniform scaling. The beauty of, but you see it's sinking into the build plate, which is really weird. Normally that doesn't happen. So we'll just go to move again, right here, not here, not here, not here, right there. The third one down, and then see, it should bring it back on the plate, but we can't move the plate for some reason. Usually you can rotate your plate. Let's maybe the arrow keys. It's a bummer that you can't spin it around. It's possible this is a newer update. Oh, you see, when you spin it around, see, the nose is off. So you're always going to have a camouflage until it's actually brought onto the build plate, but as you can see, it's not letting us move. You can try another slicer, because as you can see, I just moved it green, and right about there it should turn it yellow again. So spin it around. Sometimes in the perfect world, back in the day when I was making these videos, I would click here, if you look at my video, right? The move, and then the whole build plate would rotate. But so now they changed it. So you have to hold down the I don't even know what key I pressed. Option? No. Hold down the control key. So that's new with Cura. It took us a while. For ours, it's a different key. Shift on the slicer that we use. No, I wouldn't worry too much about the red. I don't know. Could be. Oh wow, what's that? Ender. That's my printer. Make sure you have your correct printer selected, but in our case, it's for the Xmaker Joy. I would probably scale this down a little bit more, and then just for the sake of, and you could well, in the perfect world, I was gonna say you could take this elephant on this build plate, right? See, when I hit move, that is so weird. Let's see if this one will do it. I can move it this way. I can move it up and off the build plate, which you don't want. Anyway, you'll figure that part out, but you want to make sure it's on the build plate. And remember, third one makes it, puts it flat on the build plate. But see, this is the one you want when you can move it 360. See, it's not, there we go. See, that's the rotate. But usually in our regular slicer, this just works. See, you want to make sure that you don't do that. And to reset, you just do that. And you know, this one's a little bit tricky. It's been a while since I've used this, but here, look, I'll open it in our regular slicer because this is just bonkers. Good there, late here, but I can't sleep. What are you going to do with this time? Answer live Q&A questions. So there was a teacher that had a question. What is it? So I'm just trying to troubleshoot on the Xmaker Joy. Let me show her the slicer that we use for our printer, but it's not the Xmaker Joy. But again, neither is the slicer that we're using. You can do the same thing. Here, watch. But it's just so much streamlined. You would just have to add your printer in there. See, build plate moves, rotates all around. That's why it's counterintuitive with Cura. That's the only downside. You know, but if you're new to it, you're okay. You're not gonna miss anything. Hold on, let's go here. Go into downloads here. There's the elephant, and then files, and let's go into body. Just drop it in. See, and it just falls on the build plate. In your case, you need to fix your build plate. Here, you would go into you could still use the Creality slicer, right? But you would have to add your printer, like here. And there is no Xmaker Joy, so you would add the printer and then put in the dimensions so that the build plate size is, you know, according. So as you can see here, I have Ender 3 nozzle, and then I have Creality High. And then you would have to, you know, that would have to be a separate video for that. But that's why Cura works, but it's a little glitchy because, as you can see, I just touch this and then I go here, you know, rotate, and as you can see, everything just moves. I can move from here, I can move from there, just touch this one here, and the blue one will move it this way. You know, it's a learning curve. Find your slicer, and then I would say stick to it. We did everything in the beginning with Cura, but then we moved up because we have the Creality High printer, and it just integrates with it, like kind of like the Xmaker Joy, where we can just push. And some of these, like the kid printers, which are kid friendly and school friendly, you have to pretty much slice your file. So knowing that, and moving forward, we're going to go back into Cura and keep it a little more streamlined. Where is Cura? We haven't used Cura in so long that it's not even in my dock. There we go. So we'll just drop. See, this is the perfect size, exactly what you want. And then what we're going to do is we're going to save it. And again, remember, find the print that you like. Okay. and then move it onto the print bed, and then go to scale, right? And uniform scaling is selected, and then voila, shrink it in, and then spin your build plate around to see where it might have gone wrong. You don't want it floating. See, the nose is off, which means that we still need to shrink it some and then move it back. Remember, we're scaling, so we won't be able to move it back until we hit move again, and then move the green, and then still the nose, it's slightly off. I think we can the green. So with these, you just move like that, and then spin it. See, normally we could spin the plate around. That's so weird how it changed it. So now we just have to hold down the control key. So hold down the control key so you can spin it around, and then we'll slice it, move it down a little bit, but we can't touch it and move it, and then make sure it's on the build plate. See, all fours are on the build plate, including the nose. We'll slice it, and then wow, 2-hour print. That's for Xmaker Joy. We don't, give or take. I wouldn't, I wouldn't stick to that number, but let's see what we have here. Move this over here, and then transition, save to disk, and then call it. Oh, you know what we'll call it? Here, check it out. We'll call it. Oh, it's so weird. It's literally glitching out. TEA, Teacher's Pet. Go ahead, Teacher's Pet. All right, save it. So it should be on our desktop. Look for Teacher's Pet. There it is right here. And in case you're wondering, Swedish Forge. Here's the question right here. There we are. How do I save a file from Xmaker app to USB so I can print from USB? I'm a teacher and I'm having difficulty adding the printer to the same network. And also, you could use your phone as a hotspot, right? And then I guess that would be your network for your Xmaker Joy. Except you would have to make sure that the files are sent via USB, to your phone, and then etc. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect right here. One moment, please. Transition, full version me. Hopefully we can connect this to the computer and we'll drop it in there and then we can see it on our phone. Okay. So we're going to connect this to the desktop. Hopefully it shows up. If not, I'll have to plug something out. Sometimes when using a hub or something connected to the computer, you're not gonna. Oh yeah, it did show up. It doesn't show up. So there it is, Drive 2026, Teacher's Pet. I'll let you guys see right here. See, there it is. You can view by date. See, and then now, if I go here, we're gonna close it. Make sure you eject it. Sometimes I notice that as the drives become fuller and fuller and there's less space in there, you sometimes when you plug it out, they say nothing will happen, but sometimes it just glitches out, and then one day you go to plug in your drive and it doesn't work because of plugging it in, plugging it out, and no longer ejecting it. And then now, that's been my experience. I have a couple of dead drives lying around because of that. So now we're going to plug this in here, and then we're going to plug this in there. Okay, and then voila, it should appear on here. 1 second, we will go here, full version of me, Samsung, and now we're going to push the phone here. Did I disconnect? There we go, it should appear. There it is, voila. All right, so now when I go into files, my phone, see, Drive 2026, and then now we have to look for it, Teacher's Pet. Make sure you're on Drive 2026. It's not showing up. It should show up because that's the drive that we just plugged in. Hate when that happens. Let's go to browse. There's our drive. Wonder if we can view by date. That is viewing by date. Okay. Sheraton Hotel. Usually this is supposed to work. We just put it in there. Type in pet. Maybe it's case sensitive. That is so weird. We just threw a file in here. You're killing me. See, it says recent, and then if we click drive 2026, we got nothing. And if we type in teachers, and it's an Xcode file. That is so weird. When that happens, we say welcome back to everything that glitches, because that's our drive 2026 that we just pulled out of the desktop. We just put the teacher's pet file in there, and with like a Houdini. You really can't make this shit up. Recent. No, you could always send it to your phone, but that's not what we want. That's not. We'll leave this one plugged in. Hold on. Oops, let's plug that out. Now we're just gonna plug this in. We're gonna quit that and wait for it to load up again. It takes a little bit of time for the drive to show up, but it will. Xmaker Joy. Empty out our trash. And there we go. There's our. I wonder if we can create a folder. Well, while that's up, you know, doing its magic, just leave that there. New folder. Call it live stream Q&A. Q&A. Put that in there. See, sometimes when you just pull it out, it don't come back. Come back to me. And it's plugged in. But sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. So we'll do this, plug it out, and then plug it in again. Or sometimes it just requires, like I said, sometimes the hubs get glitchy that way. And then sometimes, if you go here, you go to your Mac, and then you go to utilities, or in this case, there are too many utilities. Just type in disk utility, see, and then sometimes it just magically appears. Why that happens, I don't know. So again, drive 2026, see, 13 gigs available, which means it's full. And then so what you got to do is just do this, drop it in, put it in a folder, and then wait for it to go ding. Come on, see, it's taking a long time to copy. That part's weird. Shouldn't be. It's just preparing. This is a Mac. It's supposed to be fast. There it is. But sometimes when there's not enough space on your external drive, you know, it's time to get a new one, because this is a really small file. And this should not be taking too long. But it could be part of it still loading. And it could be also part of it when you're doing it from the hub. See? It's like it wants to come back, but it's not coming back. In this case, I would just disconnect the drive from the hub and then just connect it directly to the computer, because this is anybody who's done this before. This is taking too long. So don't worry. And the drive is a little bit warm, but that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll do this. Stop copying, because you don't want to, like, it's not. It's well, how big is this file? This file is like not even. It's 3 megabytes. It should have been done already. All right, so let's try this. Let's go here. Let's just drag and drop it in. Wouldn't it just be easier with a USB stick and plug it into the printers? The Xmaker Joy doesn't have one, so the Xmaker Joy is a totally different can of worms. That's why. But yeah, normally you'd plug a USB stick into the printer and you're done. And normally you would just copy and paste files from your Mac and you'd be done. But as you can see, our hub is not working out. and just cancel. And then what we'll do is we will go here and go here, and then I'm just going to plug it directly into the computer, and then check in on the Blinky hub and see if there's any like software update that needs to be pushed to it. And see, there it is. There's my drive. It should go here, and I'll click stop. I'll just put a new one in because it should be able to just take this teacher's pet. See, 1, 2, 3. So if you have that particular I can see schools having that problem too, because stuff on their network, firewalls and things like that. So now back to our story. We should be able to go back again. We're going to plug this drive out. We're going to take this drive and reject it so it doesn't do that. Sometimes, like I was saying, when you plug them out and then plug it in, it has trouble finding itself. So now we're going to plug it back into the phone and go here, plug this back into the phone, and I'm going to go upstairs and turn on the Xmaker Joy. Let's see what we have here. Just going to push it so that the phone appears on the computer. There we are. We'll move this. Yeah, I think it's a good spot. And now when we go to files, hopefully in the perfect world, we should go into browse. See, drive 2026. Oh yay, it's there, but see, the live stream folder is glitched out, so you might as well delete it, right? But we have the G-code file there. So now, let me see if I can go upstairs and turn on the Xmaker Joy, because it looks like we're not going to be able to slice a file, but the file has to be already sliced, has a G-code file when you bring it into the Xmaker Joy application. So when we go to prepare to print, see, we're here, but this brought in some other stuff. But if we go to, we can delete it, confirm, and then see. Now, remember, no support. See, Xmaker Joy print volume. There it is, right here. Oh, nice! It's right there, 120 by 120 by 120. That's good to know. I wonder if one of the kids turned on the printer. And then, if we click, we have move, different scenarios here. Continue. See, we can't do anything until we add the printer. Lou, tomorrow I will start with life-size print. Oh my God. X23 marble figures. I don't know. Do you got enough filament for that? That's amazing. Yeah. And how long is it going to take to print? I've never done any life-size prints, but I think before, so make sure no raft, okay? I would probably make sure before I printed something life-size that it actually printed, right, true to scale on its smallest form. Did you do that? Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I don't see the option to import. Let's see how we can import it, okay? And then maybe I'll just send you a different link of it happening, like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a bummer. I think we have to have our printer connected. I'll be back. Great. So we connected to the printer. Slight delay with the what do you call it? Screen. But let's see what we have here now. Mirror it. Should mirror back to the MacBook Pro. Around 20 kgs filament. I think maybe a little more. It will take 2 weeks to print if I print on 2 printers. Wow. But wait, what are you going to do with it, this life size? Are you going to sell it or bring it to like Comic-Con or something like that? All right, so we're connected to the printer. So now this should streamline the experience. The app is a little bit different. Go back to me. And if I remember, this is going to be a little bit of learning. It's been a while since I've done this. If we go here, we have our version. They changed it a lot. It's really nice though, a little more robust. And if I go to printer, see there's our printer. Install filament, retract filament, more. They added AI to it now, which is everything's AI based now. Design. We don't want to download. Home. Ivy's printer. See that we don't want to change the printer. Oh, there we go. The little folder. Unprinted. Printed. She's printed a lot of stuff. All. I wonder if I can select one. No. Unprinted. Printed. So now we want to access the elephant, the teacher's pet, so that we can print it. Well, we're not really going to print it because she doesn't like when her printer's running on all night. Paint it first, then I don't know. Maybe sell it or let it stand in the hall and scare the crap out of my visitor. No, I think if I walked into someone's house and saw that, I think like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like I want one, but smaller. I'd want it in the dummy 13 size. And then, yeah, no, that's really cool though. Imagine that. Like, yeah, I don't know if I can get away with that here. Go to me, design. It's so weird how we just can't. We're trying to find. There's the printer. It's available. And then we have our camera. We have the browse toys, install filament. And there should be a way to upload your own personal STL file. You know what? Let's now go to design. Import STL. There it is. Import STL file. Print your own 3D model. There we go. Got it. And then now we go to, remember, no supports, no RIM, because that shit's going to be so hard to get off open file. And then slices. Remember, it has to be an already sliced file. Okay. And we're going to import. So now we're going to go to the directory, which is right here. List. Browse. Go back. And go to Drive 2026. And then it should be in there. Teacher's pet. So hopefully it's not, we can view by list or just type it. See, there it is. Yay, we did it. And then you tap it. And it came in, and there it is. Sort of. Double check. Scroll. How many minutes is this? I would say 50, probably 55 minutes into live stream. And then you would press start. So that's the only way to do it. And then remember, no raft, because the raft will just basically glue that elephant onto the raft, and you can just, I don't know, do like a floating science experiment. And there we go. And that's it. Took a little bit of time to figure out, but the printer has to be on. And also the reason why you're probably having trouble connecting your printer to the school is because it does need to be a 2.5 gigahertz network. If it's not, then you're never going to be able to connect your printer. I'm not sure if your phone can work as a Wi-Fi piggyback for that experience, but again, this is the only way you're going to be able to do it via USB is if the printer is on the same network. Try your phone, and hopefully that will work. Otherwise, there's no USB port on the printer. or just take the printer home and, but it's a different experience because the kids want to see it printing. It's so cool. I was going to take it home and then bring it in tomorrow for show and tell, but it's not the same. So I would see about getting a 2.5 gigahertz network or using your phone has that experience. As you can see, you can't connect to the printer from the app or import anything until you actually have the printer connected. It's like a catch-22. But knowing that, moving forward, let's get you booted up so that you can have the right experience moving forward. Let's go here. Remember, this is a live stream. We figure it out on the live stream and then provide a real-time solution for you. So, those videos which are like 5 minutes long or 30 seconds, 1 3-minute YouTube short that show you how to do it, you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. I want to try that. Good luck with that. You can, but it's going to take some time to figure out. And that's what we do on a live Q&A session, but we try to figure it out. And of course, after we troubleshoot it, ideally, we don't want you starting at 14 minutes into the stream. We want you starting at, I would say, 50 minutes, right? 50 minutes into the stream, possible solution for you. And so, knowing that, moving forward, let's do 55, right? 55 should be good. Or we could even do, 1 hour. Yeah, so 55. Let's just go here, edit. 55. There we go. So again, you can't import or export from any external device unless the computer, unless the phone is connected to the printer, and then you would push it to your phone, and then from your phone you would put it on a USB drive, thumb drive, any USB-C, micro, whatever your phone is. Usually those adapters are universal. And then when it shows up, like you saw, the magic will happen. But again, only if the printer is connected to your phone or network. So, so I don't know how that would work with school because they have things locked down. But I would say get your school to put the printer on the network. Usually the schools have an IT guy that you have to put a ticket in, and then hopefully they get to it. And, the school approved it. A lot of times you're like, if you took the printer home, you'd be set up like that. But with schools, there's a lot of red tape. They got to fill out a form. They got to have a meeting about the meeting, about what you're going to do. And then they have another meeting on what day it's going to happen. Then they have another meeting on how long it's going to take. And then finally another meeting, a follow-up meeting to see how the install went. But like, just plug it in and put the thing on the network. So hopefully you have a better experience, similar if not better. But now after watching this, you know what to do to streamline the process to make it work right for you in your school. All right, so now the next question, please. Let's see what we have here. Awesome video, Lou. I was on the fence about getting the Nano, but I might just get after watching your video. Looking forward to your next video. Subscribe. Awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, the Nano is a pretty good camera. The Nano, I would say, is like the Action 5, right? But smaller, really. And I saw the Action 6. It's like blue steel. It's the same thing. The only downside to the Nano is that when it's not connected, it's great. It's good for action shots, and I use it on my bicycle. The only downside is I'm recording, holding it like this, and then when I import the video, it'll come in like that, or it'll come in upside down, or it'll come in like right side up like that, like that. I'm like, what the hell? But that's fixable inside of your, photo editing application. But it's just a bummer that it's never consistent with the experience. Thinking when you're shooting like that, it's not. But it works. It's waterproof. I have a video I need to edit for that waterproof experience. But I think I'm happy with it. But I got it. But it's all right. It's not like I see myself using it a few more times for the videos I need to make for the Raveman cycling radar that they sent me, and the Raveman cycling what do they call it, pump, digital pump. But other than that, that's it. Like I could see it just like it's if I sold it, I won't miss it. It was fun. It's too many duplicate efforts just to get the shit to work. I just want to point and shoot. I don't want to spend time troubleshooting. So it's cute, but there's just too much finagling just to get the shit to work, and that's not my thing. But it was fun. It was fun. I got it out of my system. I was like, ooh, I gotta have that. That's so cool. But sometimes having the latest and greatest is not always the latest and greatest. It's a headache, if you ask me. And then when you have too many cameras, I have a camera here, a camera there, and then I have that camera, and then it just becomes overwhelming when it comes to the editing process. It's just like, well, I gotta edit footage from here, edit footage from there, edit footage from there. When you just have one isolated experience, but the reason why I had gotten this one, the 360, was because I thought this would be the one and only camera. Nah, it don't work like that. It's a 360 camera. And it's another isolated experience when it comes to editing, shooting. It's not really an action camera, and editing footage on this takes forever because it's 360. And there's a big glitch with this. Ken's actually working with DJI, trying to get them to do a software update so that when you're pointing it this way, it's showing you. But when you export it, it's actually in reverse. And I thought that was normal because I never had a 360 camera, so what do I know? But Ken's had every 360 camera ever made, and then he brought it to DJI's attention, and then they were having the same issue. They're like, oh wow, we didn't realize that. I wonder why. Who pushed these cameras to the market without testing them? And so I used to like the DJI experience, but I'm spending too much time troubleshooting my stuff. I do all my support tickets live with DJI, and I don't know, like I remember, and on our last live stream when Ken was here, we asked him about like what's a good camera, and I was looking into the Sony CyberShot. I remember I had the Sony CyberShot back in the day. We were talking about it on the live stream, and the only problem I had with the Sony CyberShot was hoping I could film everything I wanted to film before the next CyberShot came out. With DJI, you're hoping you could film everything you want to film before the shit crashes, freezes, don't turn on, and or putting in a live support ticket because the batteries blew up. I have about 6 new batteries from DJI from their my cameras, because they just tend to just go kaput, but they're covered under warranty, no cost to me. Or sometimes the camera doesn't turn on, or sometimes the settings don't change, sometimes the blank screen, and this and that. And I miss the days when I had a action camera, or whatever you call it, camera, and I just had to hope I can do what I could before the newest model came out. I just want to point, shoot, and not troubleshoot. And that's the DJI experience. There's so much time with their support tickets. Anyway, knowing that and moving forward, let's go here. Next question. Enough ranting and crying like a baby. All right. So awesome. You're the man. Thank you. Last I checked, I was. My pronouns are I, me, mine. All right. There we go. Go here. To be able to reply. The problem with code generation is many bad practices and depreciated code it uses because it is trained with public data. That's so true. Yeah. But that's the way of the world. It's the way of the future. So, whoops. That's so weird. What happened? I just should have gone in there. So true. Whoop. Not forget. So true. You should join us on our live stream, where WEDI Swedish for Forge has MASTE mastered the AI app building. Double P for app. Sometimes, let's see if I right click. Nope. See, sometimes when you right click, it can detect the error, but it won't correct it. So I'm like, wait, how do I spell it? Of course, it's two P's, but you can't rely on that, right? App building process, and every week, it's PRACTI practices are getting better and better. They are getting better, right? Like literally. Sometimes it does glitch out, and I could see what they mean about depreciated code. But it just keeps self-correcting, and they're like, "That's a good question. That's really interesting. Yeah, why would it not do that?" Like, you know, when it self-corrects itself with the AI. One-shot miner is a scam. You know, after my last experience with them, I would not put that thought on the shelf. After, oh yeah, see, after the experience. Whoops. See, let's see if it corrects that. Let's see if it corrects experience. If not, I'll have to spell it correctly. Damn it. See, EXPERIEN experience. In this video, I might have to agree with you on this one. ESPECI, especially since the folks on the other end of the phone could not answer how the device worked when it came, right? Because it came to the experience on. So I'll tell you why I was laughing. I'm laughing because someone else left a comment saying they don't pick up their phone. I'd be afraid to pick up the phone too if I was on the other end of support and I couldn't answer any of the questions. Like literally, can you imagine having a 9-to-5 job and everyone asking the same question, and then eventually you're just gonna just let it ring and be like, no. You're like, no, don't pick up. Or like, oh no. And they have caller ID. And then if you listen to the live stream, he's like, yeah, we do. You know, you could always leave us a voicemail and we'll get back to you, or you could always put an email support ticket and we'll get back to you. Not happening. That's why I called in. It took me many times to call. I just kept calling, let the phone ring off, calling, and eventually it picked up. Like, yes, and that's when we recorded it on one of the live streams. Except it didn't push live, but that's okay. I saved it because I think it was like unlisted. And yeah, it's crazy because you spend 60, 70, or even $100 because there was a discount now. So I think the discount is like 55, and then originally it's like 100 or what. Anyway, they're offering discounts. They're pushing out old units, promoting a new unit. So you think you're going to get a new unit, but you're getting this old unit. And then when you call support, they tell you, don't worry, it's the same thing, when it's not, because the new units have USB-C and the screen is different. But I don't know. But I feel you that I have to agree with Carnage. Whatever. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Yes, I'm sorry you're going through that too, but remember, so did I. You're most welcome. Glad it helped. Looks like that's working with the that experience. Oops, we'll just go here. Samsung Meet. It's just a bummer. Definitely not normal to be crashing thousands of dollars worth of sensors and tech. These small $50 to $150 mass-produced drones, yes, but pilot error almost always causes crashes in systems with halfway decent GPS. Will your drone crash? Drone flying tips shorts. I don't honestly. I don't remember what video that is. I have to press play. Oh, yeah. No, you guys remember this one, right? The Cimerex. No, that thing is a liability. That shit ain't a drone. Yeah, I'll leave a link to this. You should watch this. Hold on 1 second. Because they sent me the drone, and I told them, I was like, I can't fly this thing. This is a liability. I won't even give this to my kids. And then they're like, oh no, you have to calibrate it before you fly. And I hurt my hand because in it, like literally, it was. I'll let you watch the video because you'll get a kick out of this. Just don't leave any comments in that one. Actually, I could always disable the comments in that one, but I'll share with you anyway. All right, let's see. Google your channel. Actually, it's done anyway because I already posted the video on that. So I can go to YouTube Studio, go to content. I believe it was unlisted. Visibility, public, unlisted. You may have seen it, you may not have seen it. Streamlabs back at, yeah, confirmation. Oh, this is it. Yeah, it's still there. So then I was able to calibrate the drone, but it was scary. Like, I could not wait for the recording experience to be over because it was challenging to make something look so beautiful when it's actually crap, you know. Hold on, we'll just go here, YouTube, let that load. Your channel. Ken, what's up, Ken? You were supposed to come here so that we could do your live support session with DJI. I wonder if they're open on Sundays. Hold on, let me close this out. Here you go. Ken saw this video. I sent it to him with the drone that they wanted to do the collaboration with. Leave that there. Anybody here? No, I'm not getting the Neo 2. I'm honestly, I'm on the fence. I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Not really. I'm not a fan of being able to fly my drone with the other part sold separately, and I hate the fact that my kids' toys come that way when they're like, they buy something and like, oh look, Dad, we just have to pay a little more to get this part. And growing up, when you bought a toy, it came with everything. Don't get me wrong, it's a great drone, but not great enough for me to consider buying it. I think I'd rather buy another one of these things, like either a micro drone or one of the new Gep RCs, than the Neo 2, because you have to put a little attachment on the back of your drone in order to be able to fly it in manual mode, which is a little bit of a bummer because I could see the new guy who just learned how to fly in manual mode buying his little attachment thingy, right, and then putting it on the drone, clipping in, making sure it's screwed in, and you're good to go. Crashing, because everyone crashes on their first time in manual mode experience, and then that shit just falling off, and then what? It's happened with every accessory and attachment you've put on your drone, whether it be the gimbal protector, the gimbal guard, the thing that we 3D printed and put on the drone, the thing that we had on the Avata in the front. So now they just put that shit in the back. So when you crash it, if you're doing like a 360 or a tumble and it crashes on the back, it's gonna like crash into itself and then break. And then I've crashed every drone I've had on this channel. Oh, it has 360 radar, which is great, which is probably helping with when you do the margarita. But Ken knows. Ken had the Neo was doing the hand gesture thing, and I guess sometimes it didn't work, right? Like whenever you did this, it was supposed to like come back and land. It worked great in the videos, and then when you're like, wait, no, come back, and it starts going the other way. I'm like, no, no, no. Now, in the perfect world, if we had Care Refresh, I'd probably get it. But because a lot of the drones are being sold now in the U.S. through third parties or like, off whatever, eBay, there's no Care Refresh. So if I do this and the drone doesn't come back, or if I crash it and that back thing comes flying off, or if I crash it in manual mode and crack that LiDAR sensor, I'm out $600 because there's no Care Refresh available. So then what do? You buy the latest and greatest Cinewoop that you can build and fix yourself, because in this day and age with the ban, your Care Refresh. The only thing is that these drones don't have hover, but there's a way to do it to get it to hover. But if you fly really well and careful like I do, you'll get there. In the beginning I wasn't. You're okay. And just wait for all the glitches to come out, especially with the firmware with these drones, because there was a time when you were losing signals with these, but you don't anymore. But I have my eye on... I have 2 drones here that I haven't even unboxed yet, so let alone the Neo. And I think we're going a few months into this now. I have the FPV Pavo Fomento, and then I have this one. I can't wait to open this one, but I think I said that like 4 months ago. The Sub 250, kind of neat, huh? Sort of. We'll get there. We'll open it maybe before Christmas. Winter is the best time. Sort of fall, as long as there's no snow, because you don't want it to get wet. But I don't know. I'm on the fence with the Neo because of those reasons I just shared. And it's not like my my Bitcoin is still at zero to hero. So I haven't, I don't have the funds to actually go out and buy drones, crash them, and not have the Care Refresh experience. Will send you a new one for $25? No, we're at 0 Bitcoin. All right, and even when if I do strike the gold, this is like mining with a teaspoon, they say, but it's cool. At least I got part of the Bitcoin experience without the Bitcoin, hoping to win some, but I still want to know what all those numbers on there mean. And if you listen to our live support session, they don't know. Come on, Dylan, we're waiting for you. It's been a week, taking too long. But Dylan's actually waiting for the people who actually sell the one-shot miner to get back to him with answers to my questions. So I don't really know when that will happen. All right, and then you're right, pilot error is a huge factor. I'll just agree with him because they're correct. And let's go back. Oh yeah, there, we're back here. Yay! Here we go. Beautiful, clean. 12. Why aren't we at the top though? I guess we have to go back to community again. Let it refresh, because I didn't see these. That's so strange. Glad you enjoyed it. Beautiful, clean video with a heart. And then we just say, glad you enjoyed it. Samsung Me. There we are. See? And then get a DJI Mavic 4 and a iFlight. Okay. Nah, we'll just like that. Right now we're at the day and age where we can't be throwing money out the window. Cool video. And I got some new collaborations, like so many new collabs I need to make videos for. Cool video, mate. Thanks a bunch. Please also make one for their new product, Betamax Gamma Shot. Heard it's you're almost welcome. I'll definitely look into for a future video. I'll look into it if they send me one, right? They're expensive, and these digital mining experiences are like a lot of people say, they're more like pet rocks, but you're more likely to get hit by a car than win this. But it's cool. It's a nice experience, and I can say when I'm older, like, oh, I remember, instead of buying the Harry Blackstone Magic Kit, we got a Bitcoin miner. Very good video, but the German KI, probably AI, voice is a disaster. Yeah, bummer. Oh, that's right, because there's AI voices generated now. Mark Rober was there to demolish. Oh, wow, interesting that Mark Rober was there. I didn't know that. Didn't know. Did not know. Thanks for sharing. Hey Lou, love your channel. Hey, thanks for the kind word. That's so cool. I like when people say they love the channel, because not everybody loves it. It's like a love-hate. It's not for everyone, but we can't please everyone. But you know, we're happy. You know, I'm not losing sleep over the haters. But we do try to please everyone, including the haters. Except we don't know what that says. Usually it'll translate. It's so weird that it doesn't. If we wanted to translate, we'll have to go here. So that's why sometimes a lot of the comments don't. And then we go back here and look for the Russian or Greek version. Let's see. Glad you're okay. I agree. Okay, I replied to that one. See, that's weird. Oh, then we have there. I was just looking for the Russian one. See, I don't see it. It's so weird. See how some comments appear there, some don't appear. That's so weird. And then we have our teacher. We helped her. Dana Terry. Before Doom, do you know Shadow Coaster? Oh no, I don't know. Oh, I wonder why Afix's stuff didn't show up. I'll have to watch that and then come back to it later. Alright, so now it looks like we'll have to go here. So we'll have to copy this and then go here, go into Google again, type it in here or paste it in. Google Translate, and then enter text, the tech language. Yay! Thanks, friend. I couldn't find this information anywhere. Yesterday, October 20th, I removed the 3M from my DJI action camera. Okay. What video was that? Oh, nice. Oh, it's good to know. Okay. Good to know that this solution worked for you. Ken, because this is Ken, one of our viewers, one of our subs, just put subs, suggest to try and hold the stick naturally, naturally, so that when it's removed, the video looks even cooler. And then we'll copy and paste it. Copy this and go back into the Google Translate, because obviously they can't write in English, which is fine. Russian. So what we'll do is wonder if I can take that out. Nope. I gotta do it. All right. That's fine. Right here, English to Russian. And I'll explain to you what Ken had suggested. Control C, go here, and then paste it in. Now we speak Russian. Na zdrowie. All right, so Ken was saying, let me go get a full version of me. A lot of times, Ken told me everything I know about how to hold the selfie stick. When you're holding it, try to hold it naturally so that when it's removed, the video looks even cooler. So it looks like, you know, you're not doing this. Like, you don't want to look like that in your video. So he said, just hold it like that, and then, you know, try to be natural, because at the end of the day, the stick is gonna be removed, and also maybe a carrying case in case you're too natural and the shit falls. All right, thanks for that tip, Ken. And there we go. There. All right. So on that note, the next question, please. And I'll move myself over a little bit, since put Louis in the corner. Nobody puts Louis in the corner. All right, there we go. Thank you. I guess there's no. My pleasure. FCC hack worked. Yay. My really a pleasure. How is the range working out for you? And hit reply. Sitecom. I guess that's another way. How to create a YouTube stream. What's Sitecom? I don't know what language that is, but we'll find out. Let's see what we have. Oh, man, I guess I closed it. It's fine. Google Translate. And go here. Oh, Sitecom. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I'll just give it a thumbs up. Good. And then glad it helped. Reply. I love that filament winder spool. It's finally fixed. Look, remember what happened the last time? It broke, but we printed it in PETG. Hopefully it holds out, and that's why it was bending, but it works. I do have 2 more spools I need to connect, but yeah, that's why it wasn't working its magic, as we had it on the we had it on there. I don't even know how this shit goes on anymore. Ah, there we go. It goes like that. We can put this piece back in, yay! But it'll never work because it won't wind. But it's weird how it's bent right that way, just from being in the room. I was gonna say womb, womb. I was blowing leaves tonight. I lost against Mother Nature. Are you serious? How can that be, Ken? Ken has like the most powerful leaf blower that's supposed to go against nature. Like literally, it's an industrial leaf blower that I wish I had. And I went to someone's house to give them a quote to, you know, what I would charge to do their yard. And I said to my wife that I think I might have to call Ken so I could borrow his leaf blower, because I don't have an industrial blower. But it turned, her yard wasn't too bad. Well, I sometimes, to make a little extra cash, whenever I'm working in my yard in the front, people will be walking their dogs, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, your yard is so beautiful." I'm like, "Well, I could do the same for you if you want. I mean, you know, I can get a price from your landscaper, and you know, anything he could do, I could do better." And sometimes they take me up on their offer. It's funny because I was at her house. And one of the guys, his name is George, who lives around the corner, he was there. He's like, "Oh, hi, Louis. I didn't know you were here." I was like, "Yeah, you know." And then she's like, "Well, you know, he's just stopping by. He's giving me an ideas on what I can do with my yard." And then George was like, "Oh, is that what you do?" He's like, "No, I, you know, on a freelance level, you know." But I said to him, I said, "I offered the same for you, but you said no." And anyone, he's like, "Oh my," anyone who drives by, people stop by with their cars or they take pictures, they're like, "Your art is so beautiful." I tell them the same thing. And then, you know, she took me up on my offer. The guy down the street took me up on the offer, but then he wound up hiring someone else. So I was like, "Yeah, I can make we make your dreams come true." But then Ken was on my mind because I thought I would need to borrow your blower to blow their yard, but no, I don't. I need to. But it was so windy today, and I said I'll blow your leaves today, but if you pay me, they're gonna come back, you know. And it was funny because there was a landscaper next door blowing the leaves on the property next door, and as soon as before I was done, the yard was green and beautiful, and then before I was about to leave, the yard that had paid to have their leaves blown, all the leaves were back. like literally. So like she paid the guy, not the woman I saw, but another woman or family next door paid the guy to have their leaves blown, just to have them blown back by Mother Nature on their porch again. So I was, look, I'll come back and, you know, blow the leaves. And you also want to put water on them because you don't want the leaves coming back. So we'll see how that works out. It's a little side gig at like maybe $300-400 cash, you know, just for, you know, doing the good deed down the street, and not having to borrow Ken's lawnmower, and having enough money for the DJI Osmos Action 5. But yeah, on that note, we'll see. I still have to give her the price, but I do that to everyone. They're like, your yard's so beautiful. I'm like, really? You can have the same thing too. And sometimes they're like, oh no, we have a guy. You know, I was just making small talk. I always take everybody up on the offer. So if you come to my house and you tell me how beautiful it looks, I will do the same for you. Let me come to your house. And then I tell them, get a quote. You know, but I also have to leave time for my yard too. And I have to leave time for work because it's not, you know, I have my real job. All right, let's see what we have here. You missed the point of this question. The user mode option is not available at all, not under hidden modes or regular modes. Okay, we just like it. That's fine. We heard that last week. Some angry fella. We get angry people at the channel. Well, you know, we answered that question, and the person who the thank yous outweigh the disappointment. So, you know, and again, there's always going to be someone, it could be beautiful out, and you tell someone it's beautiful, and then they're like, you missed the point, you know, it's still cloudy, or you missed the point, it's still windy, or you missed the point, it's still sweater weather. I can't, you know, I don't have time for such nonsense. All right, anyway, maybe if I was like in my 20s, but now, you know, when you get as old as me, I don't have time. I'm an old man now. I don't have time for your stupidity. All right. Wow. Thought I was going to see a cool video of a cool DIY gear contraption. Nope. Just a video on how to do the simplest thing in the world. How stupid. Which one is that one? I'm not sure. I have to click. I hate when I have to click on the video. Could be another troll or just another Debbie Downer. We get Debbie Downers on here. I wonder if I could open it up on a new. Nope. Damn it. Let's see there. Damn. I hate when this. I'm more disappointed with the fact that I can't right click and open in a new window. Fuck. Now I got to do this because that brings us out of the whole experience. Oh, I see. Aw, poor thing. Alright, well, I know how to reply back. Obviously, banana attack. Oh yeah, the name says it all. It's probably a troll, but that's okay. All comments are good comments because remember, it helps keeps the algorithms showing that video's got traction, and that's how I see it. You know, I'm not, but I do need to find the correct video so we can reply back. Anytime I get like a troll comment, I'm like, well, you might like the original version better. They probably don't, like most people know YouTube shorts are short of original longer video. So there's always like the AI. Anyway, I don't have time to explain. You guys know that. So now I have to find spool. And then there it is. It's a YouTube short of the original video. Duh. Anyway, it's okay. It's probably a bot. Or someone thinking that they can hurt my feelings. I just don't understand. Let's see. You might like the original longer video better instead of the short. And then say something like, thanks for the video VIEW VIEW. There we go. Yay. And then send there. Voila, problem solved. And then they'll click that link and then put some more hate mail on there. But then that'll push the algorithms to like push the video even more for more views. That's how it works. Okay, so then we did that, and then like his comment or their comment or whoever the comment is from. It's on mute. That's why I'm just like that. I think we're done because it looks like we're where we were last week. Hey, nice video. Some questions. Oh wow, that's so weird. I wonder why it didn't show up. I just got the same tactical light, but somebody told me be careful due to weak GPS on the drone. Oh, you remember that, Ken? We put the camera on the drone and we got weak signal. Honestly, it depends where you are, but this is for the tactical lights. It depends where you are. Have not had any issues. How has it been for you? Seems it's been a while since this comment posted to our feed. And hopefully they will send us RECEN recently. They will send us the new tactical lights for the Neo. That's on its way. I shared that email with Ken. Ken's going to let us use his drone, his Neo, for that video. Don't worry, Ken. If I break your drone, I will pay you cash. I will show you the cash before you let me take over your drone for that video. So don't worry. One of us will leave happy. Knowing that and moving forward, you can take we'll give Ken the deposit of whatever the Neo is worth today, market-wise, and then Ken will let us use his drone for the experience because they're sending us a new tactical light before the Neo. And then knowing that moving forward, I don't know, I'm not, I'm confident in my flying skills, but in the night, so I don't know how that's going to be in the night. First, we'll try it here indoors or indoors somewhere, and then because we know that in the dark, these FPV drones don't do well unless it's a DIY, something you built yourself. Knowing that, moving forward, I particularly like how the app notification sound when my house is burning to the ground is exactly identical to the noise and volume to the 100 of other notifications I get every day and ignore. Extremely thoughtful and intelligent feature, Kitty. It's another hater. Actually not. When my notification goes off for my smoke detector, it comes in through the Kitty app, so I don't know. It's just another, you can't please everyone. But they're complaining about the Kitty smoke detector. When that shit goes off, it is loud. And you get separate notifications from Kitty because the Kitty app is running in the. Actually, you know what? Let's maybe help them out. I can see how that would be frustrating, but I found the app notifications to be a good. Yeah, exactly. The app notifications are you. Well, not are you, but I would say. Do you have the Kitty app installed on your device? Because if you have the Kitty app installed on your device, the notifications are 100% different, and they're not streamlined to be like regular notification. It's an annoying notification, like an alarm goes off. So clearly this is either a troll or someone who doesn't have the Kitty app installed on their device. One or the other, but either way it doesn't matter because we see it has traffic stop. It's a traffic stop that will help keep that video going and push it moving forward to the algorithms so that they will maybe get us one more view of that video. Every view, it's like a penny. It's like getting 1 cent. 1 cent by putting your 2 cents in, but people don't know that. They don't know that that's how the algorithms work. Cheers, saved me. Lou, can you show how to make? Yeah, I can show you how to make short clips. It's amazing because before I was doing it by hand, like manually, a really tedious process, and after like 45 minutes to an hour, I would only get one clip. Now, I do that for some of the exclusive videos, like, here, I'll show you. Remember, this is a live stream, so don't worry, we'll get to your questions. So if we're live and someone asks a question live, we'll get back to the Q&A, the streamline of the comments in a bit. But let's see if my Drive 2020, bummer. My Drive 2026 isn't here. So there is an issue with the little hub thing. I'm going to disconnect the drive. But that's okay, we could still make clips another way. And then push this in. I'll show you all the ways. There it is. So here's my Drive 2026. So some of the new people that are reaching out to me for collaborations, some of them already know this, that when you go to a regular YouTube video, because we're going to go to one that posted recently that got like 29 views, which isn't a lot, but that's the new thing now. Oh wow, he got how did he get one? I have to watch that. See how Drone Valley got a Neo. Interesting. I wonder if they sell it in New York City. Hold on, let's see. Hold on one moment, please. Let's go to contacts. Go to DJI NYC speaker. Not that I would buy one. No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not buying one. My phone, probably the wind. Oh wow, I gotta plug my phone in. I'm at 1%. Okay, let that plug in. Yay. Put this on.
Has been forwarded to the voicemail for DJI Fifth Avenue store. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message.
No one's picking up. That's fine though. All right, so we're gonna go to a video, and then go into your channel, wherever the video. Oh, you can upload. You don't have to have a video on a channel, but I do want to convert this one to a short. See how this short got 56 views? Because long videos are dead. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, doesn't matter. They're dead. YouTube is not, pushing them anymore, because everything is short form content. So now I'm going to copy the link to the URL, and I'll show you why in a second. Because if you go back to my channel, right, I might have better luck on that on a live stream and get but not on the posting something like that anymore. So if I go to shorts, look at my shorts get 200 views, 300 views, 1,000 views, 800 views, 900 views. There's 1,000 views, 1,200. Where is the Bitcoin one, which is like in the thousands? I have to find it. 200 views. So it's always in the hundreds, right? Because shorts is the way to go now. Why? I don't know. Oh, I know why. Because nobody has attention span to watch a long video anymore, like literally. But let's find the Bitcoin. I can't find it, so I'll just do here. Go here, Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin. There it is. 4,000. This video is going up. 4,300 in the last 5 days. And then you have, other ones. I have some for 20,000. You can always scroll through for yourself and see 50,000, etc. Anyway, the point is that if your video gets 1,000 views, 2,000 views, or 10,000 on a short, it's considered normal now. There's nothing, it's not, like gonna put you into a special category, because it is the standard now. So now what I'll do is I'll put my heart and soul into the long form video. Oh, what's that one doing? The 205 into 995 into a video. And then what I'll do is I'll go here to Opus Clip, right? And then go to my dashboard. And then see, these are all, I actually have to schedule this one. Oh, it is scheduled. See, if I have 4 videos, 4 platforms scheduled to go out. So it's going to go out. That same video is going to post to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. LinkedIn's more like Facebook now. LinkedIn used to be very professional, but now all my stuff is posting to LinkedIn. It's not getting good impressions on LinkedIn, but like I get 1 or 2 subscribers a week from LinkedIn. one or sometimes none. You know, it varies, but it's just putting the channel out there. And as you can see, the AI generated from here gives you a percentage of, like, it's a 93% chance that it will go viral. But you're going to get more views on your short form content until YouTube gets their shit together. And then now I hear in 2026 or 27, a lot more people are going to be watching longer form content on their TV. So all my stuff is ready for television. But knowing that, moving forward, you take your link, you can upload your video or put the link in. So I'm going to put the link in. Now, I'll share with you in a second. Check each video. Don't assume that it did everything correctly, and I'll show you why. You can select don't clip, and then have like a freaking 30-minute video that's not clipped, or just click AI clicking. I have AI clipping, right? And so it's going to do between 2 and maybe 1 minute shorts, because this is as long as it will be. And then I have my template set, and then we click here. Now I'm going to click get clip, and it's free. The free version gives you X amount of credits monthly. If you like it, pay the monthly fee. So now the only issue I have had with this, so let's say after it generates your clips, because in the beginning I was just posting it. I was like, oh wow, I'll just post. Oh wow, nothing in the calendar for this one, so I'll have to schedule these. But before you schedule them to go out, because you can schedule them, click the video, you can scrub through the clip, make sure it's, oh nice, it's good. That one's fine. You have to scrub all of them, because sometimes, if I can find one, oh wow, this one did it really well. Oh, I love you. Sometimes this is what happens, because I didn't realize it was happening until someone commented on my video. Like, even if it's a troll or real, I always reply to the comments, as you can see, and I always kind of take each one serious. But when someone left a comment like that on the video, I was like, oh wow. Oh, like maybe this one, right? Sometimes. So if we go here, if we go to edit clip, and if we clip, like if it comes out halfway, like sometimes you'll see me at the top and then nothing underneath, and I didn't realize that until someone left the comment. It's fetching the source. It's a little slow, probably because it's processing. Loading video and editing resources might take. And this is not me. I'm hardwired. At least I think I am. Speed. I think it should be in here. Is it? Nope. I thought I saved it. Speed test Verizon. We'll just run a speed test while take the test. Allow while visiting this site. We'll let that do that. Come on, Opus Clip. Wow. It's probably their server. Close here. And again, I didn't realize it until someone brought it to my attention, because I just assumed, I have the paid version. See, 900, my download is like almost a gigabyte, and my upload should be just as fast. I just assumed, because I have the paid version of Opus Clip, that it was doing everything. Yeah, it's not me. Look at that. Almost a gig for upload and download. We'll just let that run though. Again, I assume because I was paying for the subscription base, because it allows me to push to the platforms automatically, that I was getting the best part of both worlds, but I wasn't. It was making the videos into clips and cutting off the bottom half. But there's a simple fix to that. I'm not sure if I put that video out yet, but once it loads, if and when it loads, you'll get the idea. Ken, Lou, do you know how to export a video from the DJI desktop program to an external hard drive of the DJI desktop destination within the desktop program? Thanks. I'd say if you bring your computer here, I can show you, but here I'll load the DJI program once we show Swedish Forge how to do this. This is just taking too freaking long. As you can see, it's not me. I got good internet, my router. Oh, but that's the router. Let's do device. the device is just as good. You know, like if I reboot, I'll get just as much. But that's plenty because I'm hardwired. I don't need to have that. And plus, they're probably doing shit on their devices upstairs. It's a shared connection. Some for me and some for you. So again, I want to show you. Well, let's just go back. It shouldn't take that long. But I should be able to open up any video, but I'll show you what I get. Yay, there we go. All right, so normally what was happening with my videos, it would be like this. It would be like layout, fill. See, it would look like that. And I was pushing my videos, and I was like, wait, what happened? Actually, this one needs to be, no, it doesn't need to be fixed. And I assumed everything was good to go. I would go to bed, I'd schedule my videos, and then one day someone commented and said, I don't see anything. He's like, you showed nothing, or you showed shit, something like that. And I figured, I know the troll. But I always check, even because I never know what's real and what's not. And then I looked, and then I was like, wait, they're right. And so then I realized when you click your video, you have to go here. Why it does that, I don't know. It's just AI. Maybe next year they'll perfect it. And you select gameplay, and then, see, it's there. Make sure they all, or sometimes fill is not filled. So you really need to QA every video that has been AI generated into a short, and then you save the changes. In this case, I'm not going to save the change because I didn't make any change. Or I could just hit save changes. But you need to make sure that gameplay is selected for videos that have like 2 cameras. If you got 1 camera in there like Afix does, I wouldn't worry about it. But as you can see, I had to go in and QA each one, and I have to schedule each one again, which is fine. I'll find out where I left off and then pick up, and then I'll have this one. If I go back into Opus Clip, right? Go to my dashboard. The other one will be processing. It takes a while. See, it takes 20 minutes, but that's a 2-hour video. So that 2-hour video is probably going to take me maybe an hour. I don't know how many clips it's going to generate, but for however many clips it generates, don't assume that it generated those clips to be ready to post. Sometimes there might typos I could care less about. But for me, it's more, I want the visuals to be there. And if it's not, that's why I got to check each one. So if it generates 50 clips, I have to go in, I have to click each and every clip and scrub them. But I learned that. And it's weird though, because I'm paying for this, like I have the paid version, and shit don't work. But when that happens, we say, welcome back to Everything That Glitches, because if it wasn't for that, I would not have been able to make that new video coming out on Opus Clip, you know, not working. I wonder if it's in the queue. I have to look and see. Let me see. Let me go here. I think it might be in there. I just need to push it. I should push it, right? But I don't know which version of Opus Clip not working I have in my. I have so many. Let's go here and go to my channel. Go to, where are we? We're gonna go to YouTube Studio. Type in Opus Clip. Opus Clip. Oh yeah, I did make a video on it. Nice. But I have another video coming out that's in the unlisted area. Show me. Yeah. See, Opus Clip clipping video, how to fix Opus Clip clipping off video. So you might want to watch that. It's a bummer. Like, so don't assume because you pay that you've got the best of service ever. No, you got the best of a company taking your money and making shit not work. So knowing that and moving forward, we say welcome back to Everything That Glitches. So this one is for Swedish Forge. There you go. Look out. Don't pay for that paid membership until you watch this video. All right. Knowing that and moving forward, Ken, do you know how to export a video from DJI desktop program to an external hard drive instead of DJI desktop? Wait, do you know how to export a video from DJI desktop program, which would be here, into, well, there's an update. Good luck with that. Hopefully it works. Fixed some issues. They were kind of vague. And the download is almost half a gig. I wonder if there are any updates in there. Hard drive instead of DJI desktop destination. Yeah, I don't know, Ken. I think you would. Let me see. Let this. You would go here. Wow, I wonder which camera's connected that it's letting me see all these video clips from my vacation. All right, so let's say here. We go here. Oh, they're all cached, so now it's not working. Let's go to local files. Go back home. I wonder if that one. So these are just little cached clips. Yeah, it's not finding them. I don't have any clips. 1 second, Ken. We got you. Let's see. Let's do an import. Actually, let's close this. Let's let it update and then do it, because it's gonna, no matter what we do, we're just gonna be pushed to update in the middle of an update. So it doesn't make sense to start something that will just crash anyway. Install and relaunch. Yay! Look at that. We just lost half a gig of space for an application that don't do jack. 1 second. How many updates? Like this, like now this DJI experience is like Windows. Every week there's like a new update to make your performance better. And we're going to import a file from our desktop. Hopefully we have one. There we go. Dryer vents. Select open. And then we'll go to here. We'll just click the plus sign, add the video, go to adjust the audio. We'll just turn the audio off, and then you should be able to click export, and then of course it's just a regular video. Choose the format, and then when I click export, a new what? Hold on, that's weird. Confirm. Yeah, that's usually when you click export. Oh, you want to change the destination. See right here? Change location. So I would designate this. Usually this pops up by default. I don't know why it didn't. Most applications this will pop up by default. And then let's say I wanted to go into the One Shot Miner folder, or I wanted to go in this folder. So you would source out your directory. And sometimes your directories or drives will be on the side. On the Mac, you have here, but if you scroll down, see now you have more locations. And if you don't see your locations, you would do that. See, where are my locations? I don't see them. So then I just have to like drop that address. See, where are they? They're gone. So you have to go here and then drop them so they appear. Sometimes, I don't know, they keep reinventing the wheel with the export experience on the Mac. And sometimes they're not here. Like, where are they? And then I have to like reverse it and find it again. But that's how you do that, Ken. Make sure you click there. But on your machine, you might have a little bit more trouble because of the speed, and the memory space issues. That longer drives take longer. Bigger drives take longer to appear, or not appear at all, because you don't have the space to even find the directory, or for the computer to actually start looking, because there's no bandwidth. You know, but bring your machine here and we will help you. All right. And we'll do it on a live stream. Oh yeah, we need to do that live stream support for DJI though, Ken. Come on, bring your stuff here. I would love to. And I have my camera too, and we can explain to them on the live stream. That would be so cool. But remember, they fired that lady at the office, Crazy Pants. So I will be having, they'll be needing me there more until they find someone else that replaces her. I told them I'd do it, but you know, they'd rather have like Crazy Pants, or I don't know. It's fine. It's not my show to run. It cost me more money to be there. Anyway, I have to pay because taxes and stuff. All right, knowing that and moving forward, now we're back to our show. All right, let's see. All right, now, next question. How nice it looks here in New Zealand. We can't do any of that. It's prohibited, leading to imprisonment and fines. But I've seen your videos. They're amazing, especially when you've placed a ball inside the whirlpool. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I think that's what it's called. Huh. That's so nice. That's so cool. didn't know. Whoops. Didn't know things were so. Oh yeah, so strict with 3D printing. Fun stuff. Here, it's the same regulation when printing real stuff too. Yeah, you need a permit to print the real thing and have it, but not the toy version. So apparently in New Zealand, you go to jail for printing 3D guns. A gun is still a gun, but apparently in New Zealand, it's still a gun too, but not seen as a toy. Like, I wouldn't recommend, I always say when we print 3D weapons, don't bring it to school, because even though it's a 3D print, functional, whatever you want to call it, it's still a gun. You bring a gun to school, you're the guy or kid who brought a gun to school. But apparently in New Zealand, it's still in the weapons category, and you get to imprisonment. Yeah, that is so wild. That's good to know. We still have some freedom here. Let freedom ring. And it rang over there abroad when they watched our video. Omar Araven the Craven. Yeah, so I guess we'll be doing more 3D prints because folks are living vicariously through you. Afix and whoever else sent us a 3D print for the gun. I think it was Afix who sent it to us. So that's so cool. The activate your account thing. Okay, lots changed with that. Chat GPT, Chat GTP. Which one is it? Chat. I don't know. I always get confused with the two. I was supposed to sub until you said go. Remember that? I think I have the sound on here. I saved it in case I ever did that video again. Oh man. Oh yeah, I do have it. I have to turn the sound off because it probably echoes. There we go. They don't like that. They didn't like that. I thought it was pretty cool. That's okay. You can't please everyone. Oh, that's coming from the headphones. Wait, let's do it like this. If I did it like this. Hold on. Transition into it. And then press spacebar and be like. Whew, there we go. They didn't like it. I love it. Anyway, on that note, I think you linked the wrong video. Let's see. Swedish Forge. No, that's how, no, did I? Oh yeah, I did, actually. That's so weird. Hold on one second. Swedish Forge. Yeah, well, that's a video that's being converted into a clip, but let's go back into YouTube. Good catch on that. And go into Opus clip. There we go. So remember, don't get the paid membership, or don't start using Opus Clip until you watch this, because excuse me, because don't make the same mistake I did. I kept pushing the videos thinking like they were posting and they were perfect because I had the paid version. You'll still get the same thing with the free version, but it was cutting it off, and I didn't realize until someone left it in the comments. So watch that. Know what to look for. QA, like quality control your videos, and make sure you either get what you're paying for or you get what you're not paying for, because either way, it's supposed to do what it's supposed to do, but it's not. It's a little bit of a bummer in that end. Hopefully, let me click the link. Like I should have clicked the link to make sure it worked. Yep, and that's working. Okay. All right, and then that takes care of that. We'll close that and make sure nothing else is running in the background. There is one thing, and I think that's it, because we're pretty much left off there. I have to schedule those. I'll share with you guys this one right here, some new collabs. A new collab. Now I just have to pick which ones I want to do. I kind of like this one that was sent to me. The multimeter. I'm in the market for a new multimeter, and they said to pick one. I don't like the big ones. I kind of have my eye on this one's really cool. USB charging, no more battery. I wonder if there's a fuse inside though. So now, this is what they said. Hello, I'm reaching out from ANAG Technology Ltd. Blah, 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 has a leading company. They're just doing the whole spiel. We're keen to expand our brands and reach influencers like yourself. Could be mutually beneficial if you're interested in exploring potential partnership and would like to learn more. But yes, I am. I'm going to pick one. I definitely will, because we have some more in the wintertime. We do a lot of soldering videos, and this could not come out of, this is what original, they sent me a link to that one. I don't need that one. We're not doing anything high powered industrial, but they said have a look. So I will have a look. This one looks similar to what I have. I like that one. It's expensive, but they're going to send it to me. And as long as it has all the attachments. Oh, it has a light, so we can test our stuff. Oh wow, it even has a wireless thingy to check to see if there's power. That's pretty cool. I have a little tester that does that, but you know, it's like a little pen in my toolbox, but now it's built into the multimeter. But I want to see. Oh yeah, it does. Where are the pictures? Wait. No, this one does. Black screen. This one's touch screen, but I want to see. Oh, there they go. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. The attachments. And look, alligator clips. That is so cool. I'm definitely this one. Let's see. Copy link, and then reply back, and then we will join the forces together. That's the one I want. So I'm going to reply back to that. Hopefully that comes in time, because as lengthy as their response was, I have to be just as good in my reply and not just, that's really nice, because they're not cheap. And as you know, I'll probably make a long video and then convert it into shorts. And a lot of the stuff they send me, they like the long form content because they're using it for their marketing. Right, so if they're using it for their marketing, sometimes they're like, go back and change this and that, and then I have to go back and change stuff. But at the end of the day, I'll just convert it into a short, unless they ask for it. But in this case, they didn't. And whenever I always reply back, yeah, sure, as long as I have creative freedom. I don't do scripts, and I never will. And so we'll reply back. But we still have more videos posting out next week. And as you can see, every week I'll share with you guys the different collaborations that I've sent, so you can see what's happening and what's being sent. Because as you can see, all I got to do is choose. And maybe you guys can choose too. You guys can help choose, like, should I say yes? Should I not say yes? Is it good? Some of the stuff is like just a no-brainer. Like, no, we're not going that direction. And some of the stuff is really cool. So like the filament and like the other gadgets we've been sent, or the lights, the LEDs and things like that. Anyway, I just sent the correct link. Oh wow, that's so weird. It should have sent the correct link. Oh, but it didn't update on my end. That's so weird. I'll show you what I see. So if you look at here, Samsung Me. over here, this window, see, now that's right, which is fine. We're going to close this because we're done with it. We're going to close up. And then if we look over here in this window, we're going to see an infinity view. It didn't post to here. It does like a delay. It just shows at the bottom. Whoops, that it's the, I'll move it over here. So apparently it hasn't updated on this end, which is really weird in that window. When that happens, we say welcome back to Everything That Glitches. Why that is, I don't know. But actually, let me open up the video again. Let me see if I can go to YouTube. And I want to post another comment. Say goodbye to you guys. See you. Thanks, guys. Great seeing you. See you all next time. Close that. Well, the volume is down there. And then do a pop-up. Brian told us this one about the pop-up chat. Brian's doing a shoot this weekend. Brian, how's your shoot going? Great seeing you guys. We'll see you all next time. I heard a ding, so that's good. I hear no bells, but it's not updating here, which is a little bit of a bummer. But oh, maybe there's a refresh button. Refresh chat. Oh yeah, so you have to press the refresh chat button. That's okay, I could live with that. Too bad you can't, in case you're wondering where that is right here. Refresh chat, and then everything appears again. So, but that's okay though. This app is great compared to what we've been through before with apps crashing. We can disconnect the camera and it comes back again. Before, the camera would disconnect and we're pretty much up Schitt's Creek. Mic would disconnect and we're up Schitt's Creek. Everything, but this is Streamlabs is the way to go. And we're using the free version connected to this mic right here that makes it sound like you're on NPR radio. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope that this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. And what better way to end this video with a flight? Usually we'd end them in the flight simulator, but we're just gonna do our usual right here. Ciao.